Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle. This is Manifest with Michelle. Today, 5 traits of a highly magnetic person. You want to attract somebody to yourself? You want to attract anybody to yourself? You want to attract your job? Anything really in life. 5 traits that make you a very highly magnetic person. Number 1, just be present. Don't be scattered. My husband sometimes films these videos for me, and sometimes he looks away, and I lose my concentration. I have to look where he looks. He's not present where he needs to be. Be present. You're talking to somebody at a party, someone's talking to you at a party, and you see them glance over your shoulder, you see them glance to the side. That's scattered. Don't be scattered. Be present with the person you're talking to. Be in the now. Years ago, I joined Toastmasters, which is where you go to learn how to do public speaking. And I was a lot younger, and I was so nervous. And sometimes they just choose you, and you have to go up and you have to talk for a couple minutes on whatever topic they say. And I would get up there, I wouldn't be grounded, I wouldn't be present, I would be literally sweating and scattered. I would be so scattered. Now I know if I just took 10 seconds, took a deep breath, thought, paused, be in the present, that my speeches at Toastmaster, my impromptu talks at Toastmaster would have been spectacular compared to the mediocre that they were. So in order to be magnetic and attract people to you, don't be scattered, don't be flighty. Be present in the moment. The second trait of a highly magnetic person is you just own it. You own who you are. We all know people pleasers. I have a people pleaser in my extended family. And you know, when you're talking to her, she will agree with whatever you say. But you know, you've seen her with other people, even minutes later, agreeing with them when it's the exact opposite of what you had just been talking about. People pleasers. They don't own it. They don't own their decisions. They don't own their opinions. They just want to please the people in front of them. Don't be a people pleaser. Another example of just owning who you are is nowadays a lot of people, they don't drink. Don't make excuses. If you go in, no peer pressure. If somebody says, do you want a beer? Do you want a cocktail? And you don't, just own it. No excuses. You don't have to explain yourself to anybody. No, just flat out own it. I don't want to drink. Be very polite about it, but no need to explain yourself. When I was growing up, my grandmother was very crafty. She was always making crafts. And my father, her son, always called it craps, C-R-A-P-S, instead of crafts. Now that I'm an adult, I too love crafts, but I had this thing in my head because of what my father always said, or, blame your parents for everything. But I had this thing in my head that crafts were just a waste of time and just not important. Now I own it. I love to be crafty. I could spend all day making cards and wreaths and decorating cookies. I love to do that sort of thing. And now I am just owning it. I'm getting rid of my past programming, and I am who I am. When my kids were younger, on YouTube, I used to watch a channel called May May Made It, and So Can You, or something like that. And my kids used to call me May May. And at first, I was sort of embarrassed about that. Now I own it. Call me May May because I make crafts. It makes you magnetic when you're unapologetic for who you are. The third trait that makes you a highly magnetic person is self-love. If you don't love yourself, how can somebody else love you? In order to attract and be magnetic, you have to love yourself. Just like I said in the second trait, you need to own it and you need to love yourself. You can outsource so many things in your life. I can outsource my yard work, someone can clean my house, somebody can cater things for me. I can outsource so many things, but you can't outsource love. You need to do that yourself. You need to do the inner work. There is no way you can outsource it. It's an inner thing that you must do if you want to attract people and things and be a magnetic person. A little subtopic with self-love is be vulnerable. Don't try to come across as this perfect person. We all have those co-workers or those neighbors or friends that they don't want to go deep. They just want to be shallow. I have friends with kids. I have kids. And you say, so how is Susie doing? And you just know that they're going to say everything's perfect, everything's fine. You need to be a little bit vulnerable and show your flaws, show your scars. Don't be shallow. If you're married, you don't need to portray this perfect marriage. That's so unrealistic, and people aren't attracted to that because they know it's BS. They know you can't have this perfect children and perfect marriage and perfect life. So you can show your vulnerabilities and still be magnetic. At one point in my life, my husband and I were practically divorced. We were going through it, and that's just part of who I am. That's scars and dents and imperfections, and I'm not a victim. Never come across as a victim, but always just be vulnerable. Don't be surface level, and people will be attracted to you. There's a song that I love to listen to. It's called This Is Me. It's part of a movie soundtrack for The Greatest Showman. And it says, just show who you are. This is you with all your scars. Everybody has them. Be human and be magnetic in the process. The fourth trait of highly magnetic people is they have inner strength. I talk in other videos about I am capable now. I am capable right now. I am worthy. I am enough. Inner strength. You have to cultivate that inner. It's all about your inner work. If you do inner work and you own it and you're vulnerable and you have this inner strength, it will magnetize yourself and people will be drawn to you. Part of having inner strength is giving yourself permission to succeed. Stop self-sabotaging yourself. Stop when things are going good or just before things are wonderful, you sabotage yourself. Don't sabotage yourself. Be strong. Have that inner strength. You are worthy, you are capable, and you are enough. And when you know that, you show it to other people. Like a dog can sense fear, other people can sense your inner strength. So cultivate it and show it to the world, and you will be magnetic. The fifth trait of highly magnetic people is they detach from the outcome. They detach in order to attract. They center themselves. They don't give off the scattered energy. They're centered. They're pulling in energy. They're pulling in people to themselves. They're detaching from the outcome of what is going to happen. They know that things always work out for them. Things always come up roses for them. And they just detach. It's like ordering something from a restaurant. You just order it and then you let it go. That's how you become magnetic. You know what you want. You take the steps, the action steps towards getting what you want, but then you just let it go and detach from the outcome. This will happen for you, or as Jack Canfield from Chicken Soup from the Soul always says, or something better. Your visualizations, your manifestations will happen for you, or something better. And just let it go. The more you want something and the more you're holding tight to getting something, the more it is repelled from you. Just let it go. And all of the four traits that I said before, inner strength, self-love, and owning it, that is all a part of just letting it go. You just own your personality and let go of the outcome of what other people think of you. You have this inner strength and you know your values and you just let go of what other people think. Detach in order to attract. That is the 5th trait of a highly magnetic person. Thanks for watching. I truly appreciate it. If you want to see more of my day-to-day life, follow me along on my life experiment, and I will see you in another video. Let's manifest our dream life. Let's manifest becoming highly magnetic people. You can do it. I am doing it. Thanks for watching.